What if I told you there is a food so closely related to collagen that it is practically its twin sibling, yet almost no one talks about it? Instead, we spend billions of dollars every year chasing expensive powders, pills, and marketing promises that barely move the needle for our health. Today, I will show you one direct source that feeds your collagen from the inside out, and it is so obvious that it has been hiding in plain sight in your local grocery store for decades. I will also introduce three powerful herbal allies that rarely get the credit they deserve, but they quietly determine whether the collagen you consume actually turns into the collagen your body can use to fix your joints and smooth your skin. Think of your body like a house. Everyone talks about the bricks when they mention collagen, but almost no one talks about the tools, the mortar, or the environment that keeps the structure standing through the years. Stay with me because the most shocking secret comes first. And once you see how these pieces work together, you will never look at your health routine the same way again. Welcome to Seniors Healthy Living, where we focus on practical ways to keep you feeling vibrant and strong in your golden years. Before we dive into these secrets, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and join our community of health-conscious seniors. Let us start with the very foundation of this story, which is the twin sibling of collagen itself. Before we talk about boosters or fancy hydration tricks, we need to start with the most direct source of all. This is a source so closely related to collagen that calling it a cousin would be an understatement. This miracle food is gelatin. Gelatin is simply collagen that has been cooked and transformed into a more accessible form. More precisely, it is partially hydrated collagen. It comes from the exact same places where collagen lives in the body, such as animal connective tissues like skin, bones, cartilage, and tendons. Traditionally, gelatin is extracted by slowly boiling these tissues from cows or fish for many hours. That long simmering process is not just about cooking, it is about a deep molecular transformation. This is why a good homemade bone broth thickens into a jelly when it cools, and why traditional desserts naturally set without any artificial additives. To understand why gelatin works so well for your body, imagine collagen in raw connective tissue like a very thick and tightly wound rope. It is incredibly strong, but it is also rigid and very hard for your digestive system to break down on its own. When heat and time are applied during the cooking process, that rope starts to loosen up. The dense fibers unwind and soften, turning into something far more usable for your cells, which is a smooth and dissolvable thread. This thread is what we call gelatin. This matters immensely because your body does not absorb collagen as one big piece. It must break everything down into smaller units before rebuilding it again where it is needed most, like in your knees or your face. Gelatin has already done a large part of that work for you. It is collagen that has been gently pre-digested by heat, making it easier for your gut to dissolve, absorb, and put to use immediately. This is why cultures long before modern supplements existed instinctively relied on gelatin-rich foods. Our ancestors were not chasing beauty trends or looking for a quick fix. They were quietly supplying their bodies with collagen in its most practical and usable form, without even realizing they were doing something incredibly smart for their long-term mobility. Now that we understand the origin of gelatin, we can see why it is a top-tier choice for collagen support in the modern world. Gelatin does not just contain collagen, it delivers it in the exact form your body is designed to recognize and reuse. When you eat gelatin, your digestive system breaks it down into specific amino acids and short peptides that act like building blocks. These are not random nutrients. Gelatin is especially rich in glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These are the three primary building blocks your body uses to build and repair its own internal collagen structures. Think of these as pre-cut bricks arriving at a construction site. Your body does not have to guess what to do with them or spend energy reshuffling them. It already knows exactly where they go. This is the key difference between gelatin and many other protein sources you might find at the store. For example, a chicken breast or a standard protein shake contains dozens of different amino acids, but most of them have nothing to do with building your skin or joints. Your body has to spend a lot of energy sorting through all of that noise. Gelatin, on the other hand, sends a very clear signal to your system that says this is structural material. That clarity makes gelatin incredibly efficient for seniors who may have slower digestion than they used to. There is also a major practical advantage here. Because gelatin has already been partially broken down by heat, it is much easier to absorb than the intact collagen fibers found in raw tissues. The peptides move quickly from your gut into your bloodstream, where they can be used to support skin elasticity, joint cushioning, and even the strength of your tendons. This is not just a theory based on old traditions. Modern research has shown that consuming gelatin can significantly stimulate the production of collagen in your own body. One well-known line of studies found that taking gelatin before doing light exercise increased collagen synthesis in tendons and ligaments. Exercise acts like a signal telling the body where reinforcement is needed, and gelatin supplies the raw material at the exact moment your body is ready to rebuild. This is why the benefits of gelatin go far beyond just looking younger. It supports the very framework of your physical body, including your joints and structural integrity. Having healthy skin is simply a visible bonus of a strong internal foundation. But here is the part most people miss when they try to improve their health. Bricks alone do not build a house. Even the best materials in the world will fail if the environment is not right. Think about a man named Robert who decided to take collagen every day for his aching knees. He bought the best powders, but he did not change anything else in his diet. After 3 months, he felt no different. This is because the supportive crew was missing from his body. Collagen production does not happen in isolation. It depends on enzymes, minerals, hydration, and protection from constant damage. This is where supportive foods come into the picture. These foods do not contain collagen themselves, and that is exactly why they are so often underestimated by the general public. Their job is not to supply the structure itself, but to make sure the structure you are trying to build actually holds together over time. They protect existing collagen from breaking down and provide critical factors your body cannot work without. Think of gelatin as the bricks of your home. Now you need the mortar that binds them, the tools that shape them, and the maintenance crew that keeps the entire construction site functional. The first member of this supportive crew is small, humble, and often overlooked by many people. Most people think of it as just a trendy health food or a way to get more fiber. But behind that tiny seed is a surprisingly powerful ally for your collagen. Let us look at our first booster, which is chia seeds. These are a mineral-rich antioxidant powerhouse that should be in every senior pantry. At first glance, chia seeds do not look like they belong in a conversation about collagen. They are tiny plant-based and have no protein structure that looks like collagen at all. However, once you understand how collagen is built and protected inside the human body, chia seeds start to make a lot of sense. Chia seeds have a unique property that shows up the moment you soak them in water. Within minutes, they swell and form a soft gel-like coating. This gel comes from a type of soluble fiber often called mucilage. Inside your body, that same fiber helps support your gut health, slows down your digestion, and stabilizes your blood sugar levels. While that may sound like it is only related to your stomach, it is actually deeply connected to the health of your skin and joints. A calmer gut means lower inflammation throughout your entire body. When inflammation is low, your nutrients are absorbed better, and there are fewer internal stress signals that quietly break down your collagen fibers. But the real power of chia seeds lies in what they protect and what they enable. Chia seeds are incredibly rich in antioxidants, which work to neutralize free radicals. These are the unstable molecules generated by things like sun exposure, pollution, stress, and poor sleep. Free radicals are one of the fastest ways that collagen gets damaged and degraded as we age. So while gelatin helps you build new collagen, chia seeds help stop it from being destroyed before it ever has a chance to show results. They also provide essential minerals like zinc and copper, which are vital for aging bodies. These minerals act as cofactors, which is just a fancy way of saying they are the tools your collagen-building enzymes need to function. Imagine trying to build a wall without a trowel or a level. Without zinc and copper, the enzymes responsible for assembling collagen fibers simply do not work efficiently. You can supply all the bricks you want, but if the workers do not have the proper tools, the construction will slow down to a crawl. This is why chia seeds quietly amplify the effects of the gelatin you eat. They do not replace the gelatin, but they support it by protecting what you are building and helping your body actually complete the job of repair. But chia seeds are only the beginning of this journey. The next 2 boosters have been used for centuries in traditional beauty foods, and their impact goes far deeper than most modern health discussions ever mention. These are booster number 2 and booster number 3, which are white fungus and peach gum. Together, they form an ancient hydration duo that is remarkably effective for senior health. If chia seeds provide the tools and protection, then white fungus and peach gum take care of something even more fundamental, which is hydration at the cellular level. These 2 foods have been prized for centuries in many cultures, not because they add structure directly, but because they create the internal conditions where your collagen structure can survive and thrive. White fungus, which is often called the snow mushroom, and peach gum, both transform when they are cooked. They swell up, soften, and develop a naturally gelatinous texture that feels almost like collagen on your tongue. This resemblance is not just a coincidence, but it is also not a protein. Unlike gelatin, the gel from these plants comes from polysaccharides. These are long chains of complex carbohydrates that act as powerful soluble fibers. Here is why that matters for your health. Polysaccharides have an exceptional ability to bind and hold onto water molecules. When you consume white fungus or peach gum, those compounds help to hydrate your tissues from the inside out. This is a level of hydration that drinking plain water cannot always achieve on its own. Skin that is well hydrated from the inside appears plumper, smoother, and much more resilient to the world around it. When you look in the mirror and see fine lines softening it, is often because your existing collagen is surrounded by adequate moisture and support. Hydration also affects how well your cells function every single day. Things like enzyme activity, nutrient transport, and the actual repair processes of your body work much better in a well-hydrated environment. In simple terms, dry tissues age much faster than hydrated ones. These foods also bring strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects to the table. They help shield your collagen from ultraviolet damage and the chronic low-grade inflammation that is often called inflammaging. This type of inflammation quietly signals the body to break tissue down rather than rebuild it. By calming that signal, white fungus and peach gum help preserve what you already have. Traditional wisdom describes these foods as nourishing and moistening for the body. While that language sounds very old, the concept lines up perfectly with modern science. If you replenish your internal fluids and calm your inflammation, your skin and joints will improve as a natural result of a better environment. So now you have all three major roles covered, which are the bricks, the tools, and the environment. At this point, the pattern should be very clear to you. Supporting your collagen is not about chasing a single miracle food or relying on one expensive supplement to do all the heavy lifting. It is about understanding the different roles and making sure none of them are missing from your daily life. Gelatin plays the most direct role because it supplies the amino acid building blocks your body needs to create collagen in the first place. These are the bricks known as glycine proline and hydroxyproline. Without them, there is simply nothing to build with, no matter how good the rest of your diet looks. Think of a woman named Mary who ate plenty of vegetables but very little protein. Her skin remained thin because she had the tools but no bricks. Then chia seeds step in as the essential support crew. Their antioxidants protect your existing collagen from damage, while minerals like zinc and copper act as the essential tools for the enzymes that assemble your collagen fibers into a strong matrix. They do not build the structure themselves, but they make sure the builders in your body can actually get to work. Finally, white fungus and peach gum complete the entire picture by maintaining the internal environment of your body. Their polysaccharides hydrate your tissues deeply and reduce inflammation, which creates the perfect conditions where collagen can remain flexible, resilient, and functional over time. They are essentially the moisture maintenance and cleanup crew that keeps the structure from cracking under the stress of daily life. When you combine these roles, your health strategy becomes simple but very powerful. You learn to build, to protect, and to preserve. This leads us to the most important question of all, which is how do you actually use this knowledge in your real life without overcomplicating your diet or chasing the latest expensive trends? We want a practical and sustainable strategy that you can actually follow every week. By now, it should be clear that collagen is not something you just take once a day and forget about. It is something your body is constantly building, breaking down, and rebuilding every hour of every day. That is why no single food or supplement can do the job alone. The most effective approach is a combined strategy that supplies raw materials, protects what you already have, and creates the right internal environment for repair to happen naturally. To start this journey for yourself, you should focus on the raw material group first. This is where gelatin really shines in your kitchen. You can find this in bone broth, gelatin powder, or traditional dishes made with properly prepared animal skin. All of these provide your body with the amino acids it needs to rebuild your collagen from the ground up. If you want to go deeper into specific foods and preparation methods, we have other resources here to help you understand how to cook these things properly. A great tip is to pair these gelatin-rich foods with fruits that are high in vitamin C, such as oranges, berries, or kiwi. This is because vitamin C acts like the spark that turns those building blocks into actual collagen fibers in your body. Without that spark, the bricks just sit there unused. Next, you should focus on the support and protect group. Incorporating chia seeds into your morning oatmeal or making a simple chia pudding is an easy way to get those minerals and antioxidants. Adding colorful vegetables and staying hydrated with things like white fungus soups can determine how well your body uses the protein you give it. These foods protect your collagen from oxidative damage and reduce the inflammation that causes aging. They maintain your hydration so your tissues stay resilient rather than becoming brittle as the years go by. This is how sustainable beauty and joint health really work for seniors. It is not through extreme diets or expensive shortcuts that promise the world but deliver very little. Instead, it is through understanding how the whole system of your body fits together. When you combine the building power of gelatin with the protective and hydrating effects of these natural boosters, you create an internal environment where your body can do what it was designed to do. Your body wants to maintain strong joints, healthy skin, and structural integrity. Once you stop chasing isolated fixes and start supporting the entire system, your collagen finally starts working with you instead of against you. Thank you for spending this time with us today at Seniors Healthy Living. We hope this information helps you feel more empowered to take control of your health with simple and effective foods. Remember that your health is a long-term investment, and every small choice you make today adds up to a stronger tomorrow. Please like this video if you found it helpful and share it with a friend who might benefit from these tips. We look forward to seeing you in the next video as we continue to explore the best ways to live a long, healthy, and happy life.